Vamos a hacer la entrevista ya más privado. Sí, más privado.
Congratulations, Teo.
Bye, guys.
Terrence said that you received a gift tonight, and that's why you were crying after the fight, because you know that you lost.
No, not at all. I cry because I love boxing, man. I bleed for this, man. He can say whatever he wants. Well, he beat a washed up Errol Spence. Get out of here, Spence. Get out of here, like Crawford. Get out of here. If you want to fight me, sign the damn contract. Don't say that it's top rank or anything. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to say it. But they know what it is. Take the fight.
He also flushed the idea of a catch weight.
I'll take the catch weight. Come on.
Hey, listen,
He flushed the idea. He said he wanted to do that 47.
Oh, we can do that
Make
47.
sure the button's pressed.
Hey, listen, your dad asked for $20 million for the Devin fight, man. Is that what holding up the fight?
What, say again?
Your dad asked for $20 million at one time for the Devin
Oh,
fight.
stop it. Come on now. Come on, guys. Come on now. Devin Haney is just using the clout. That's just the...
What up? It's your boy, back again. Marlo knows basketball and Marlo knows boxing. Back at y'all with another one. Teofimo Lopez is delusional. Teofimo Lopez and his fans and these boxing channels out here supporting this idea that he should get a fight with Terrence Bud Crawford. You're delusional. You're delusional. They try to use this narrative. Will Bud Crawford, he wants to fight Canelo, and nobody's saying anything about that. Teo would only be going up one weight class. Well, newsflash, you morons. Bud Crawford has dominated every single fight that he's been in. He's never even come close to losing. Nobody has been able to challenge him. Teofimo Lopez he's having fights where he's winning by the skin of his teeth. I felt like he lost that fight against Ortiz. I felt like he got a gift. Bud Crawford has never had a controversial win. He's dominated every single fight that he's been in. That's why he deserves to fight Canelo. Teofimo Lopez has done nothing to show that he deserves to fight Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford is undefeated and has never come close to losing. Teofimo Lopez has a loss, and he has a couple of gift decisions. And I know there's people out there that would say, oh, well, Jermaine Ortiz, he ran the whole night. He didn't do anything in that fight. Jermaine Ortiz implemented a game plan in which Teo could not adjust. He could not adjust. He had a lot of movement. Yes, that was not running. It's called boxing. And he was making Teo miss, and he was making him pay. He was countering Teo all night and frustrating Teo, forcing Teo to make adjustments that Teo is not able to make. Teofimo Lopez can't make adjustments during the fight. He can't cut off the ring. He can't double up on the jab. It's not Jermaine Ortiz's fault that Teo couldn't adjust to the game plan. If he, like Teofimo Lopez, he needs people to fight like how Josh Taylor fought. He needs people to just come to him and fight the way he wants them to fight. If it's a game plan that he's not able to adjust to, then he gets frustrated and he don't know what to do. He lost that fight. I don't care what anybody says. He lost that fight. The only damage that he did to Jermaine Ortiz was from a headbutt. He couldn't cut off the ring, and Jermaine Ortiz was making him pay and countering him the whole night. It was a close fight, but I felt like Jermaine Ortiz won that fight 7-5. And then I see a lot of Teofimo Lopez fans and his supporters trying to compare Jermaine Ortiz to Shakur Stevenson and what he did against Edwin De Los Santos. What Shakur Stevenson did to De Los Santos with De Los Santos was not the same thing. Shakur Stevenson was running. That's what it looks like when somebody's actually running. There were points in that fight where he literally almost turned his back and ran away. And you could look at the punch stats. De Los Santos threw almost 70 more punches than Shakur Stevenson threw. Shakur Stevenson wasn't throwing any punches. When it comes to Teofimo Lopez versus Jermaine Ortiz threw more punches than Teofimo Lopez. He landed more punches than Teofimo Lopez. How is it all he's doing is running if he's throwing more punches and landing more punches than Teo? That doesn't make any sense at all, right? But they're trying to push a narrative. They know Teofimo Lopez had a poor performance, and he lost that fight. He lost that fight. And this ain't the first time. Teofimo Lopez, again, could not make adjustments when he fought Sandor Martin. When Teofimo Lopez fought Sandor Martin, of course, was given a lot of movement, setting traps. Teo couldn't cut off the ring, and he got frustrated. Once again, he can't make adjustments. He can't cut off the ring. He's not throwing the jab. And he should have lost that fight as well. Sandor Martin was robbed out of a knockdown in this fight. They try to call it a slip. How is this a slip? It wasn't a slip. Come on now. He got knocked out. They robbed Sandor Martin out of a second knockdown. He got dropped twice in that fight. If the referee would have called it a knockdown like it was, he would have lost that one. So that's another fight that he should have lost. But you sitting here trying to justify calling out Bud Crawford and disrespecting Bud Crawford's accomplishments and things like that, when Bud Crawford's never come close to losing, dominated every single opponent he's faced, and you should have 3 losses on your resume right now. You don't deserve a fight with Bud Crawford. Come on, Teo. You know better, man. You know better. You got common sense. You know you don't deserve no fight with no Bud Crawford. And after these poor performances, if you do ever get the balls to step in the ring with Devin Haney, which is actually a legitimate fight that should happen, Devin Haney should be favored in that fight because you can't make adjustments. You can't cut off the ring. You can't deal with a fighter that has movement and footwork. If you can't deal with Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz, what you gonna do when you get in the ring with Devin Haney? And Bud Crawford agrees, man. He agrees. He knows Teo don't deserve no fight with him. He just chasing clout, man. He just chasing clout with this Bud Crawford talk. And Bud Crawford addressed it. Talked all that shit about me and lost. Like I told him, focus on who you fighting, not me. At Teofimo Lopez, back to the drawing board, you chump. And I said the same thing in my last video. He talked more about Bud Crawford leading up to this fight with Jermaine Ortiz than he talked about Jermaine Ortiz. And I talked about it in the last video. Focus on your opponent. Because that's when you have your worst performances. But now after this fight, I'm starting to see a pattern. It's not just him not being focused. He can't deal with a certain fighting style. He can't deal with fighters that move. And it's not running. It's not running when the guy that you're saying is running is throwing more punches and landing more punches than you are. You can't say that's running. That's your inability to make adjustments. And with all this crap that Teofimo Lopez's fans are talking and Teofimo Lopez himself is talking, normally I would say that I would like to see Bud Crawford give him what he's asking for. You want to keep on saying my name? I'm the Candy Man. I'm going to pop up behind you and give you that work. But I feel like Bud Crawford should ignore this fool, man, and focus on his own greatness. Like I said, Bud Crawford has never been challenged. He's never come close to losing a fight. I think Bud Crawford should stick to the plan and go to 168. If Canelo chooses to fight David Benavidez next instead of him, then he should fight a tune-up fight at 168, fight another 168-pound fighter, fight a Demetrius Andrade or a Caleb Plant or somebody of that nature. Somebody at 168 as a tune-up and wait for the winner of Canelo versus David Benavidez. And then retire after fighting the winner of Canelo and David Benavidez. If he's able to beat Caleb Plant or Demetrius Andrade as a tune-up while he's waiting for the winner of this Canelo and David Benavidez fight, if this is the route Canelo's going to take, if he beats the winner of those two, Bud Crawford will have a strong GOAT argument. And that's what Bud Crawford should stick to. As far as what Bud Crawford should say, or what how Bud Crawford should feel about Teofimo Lopez.
You saw Tio weigh in. What you think about it?
Yeah, fuck Tio.